Hey y'all, welcome back to Heavy Cardboard Teaches and Plays Through a Game. And tonight is another Great Zimbabwe. We decided... Yeah, let's fix that. That's frustrating. There we go. And your turn. Alright, so as I was saying, another Great Zimbabwe playthrough. We weren't super thrilled with the way the last one went. Plus, we thought... we can do a 4-player as opposed to a 3-player game this time. And so, yeah. And so it's myself, obviously. Over that way is Amanda. Over here is Matt, as y'all know. And the one in the blue shirt with the sleeve over there is none other than Alex Berry, who is the designer of High Treason, the Trial of Louis Riel. He lives down in the Springs, right?
Correct.
And so he was like, hey, he's actually a trial lawyer, and so he was like, I have court tomorrow, and up near y'all, so y'all wanna get together for a game. We're like, of course we do. So yeah, here we are. Right. Anything else before we get started? Anybody?
No.
Matt?
No, nothing.
Alex?
No.
So this is your first Splatter game, like
Correct.
you have, which I feel like we have failed as friends. That this is your first time ever playing any of them. So I'm really excited to see what kind of reaction you have. Now you're mostly a war gamer.
I'd say like a historical gamer.
Okay.
So like, I mean, I don't know if Twilight Struggle, 1989, 1960 are really war games.
Sure.
But
cool.
Yeah, and then what you saw what I've designed.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously, sure. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you think of it. So, yeah. I mean, you're familiar with their games,
right.
but you haven't played any of them, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so yeah, without further ado, Matt's going to take the lead again tonight. I'll assist on the teaching. And, without further ado, Splatter Spellings, Great Zimbabwe. Take it away, Matt.
All right, well, the first thing we're going to do is reveal what kind of map we have here. It's always the exciting part. So, let's just...
Do we flip all
the tiles? All the tiles.
Flip all of them over and to see what kind of mess we have. All right, so...
Well, that's a big C of a mess. So this is a standard setup. As far as what the rules actually show, the rule book actually, depending on player count, shows the different configurations. So a 2-player, you just have a square. 3-player, almost like a B2 or a F-117 flying wing shape. Then the 2 conjoined squares, and then the 5-player is all 9 with. That one being the starter one, which is always in the middle.
Yeah, starter one's always in the middle. The starter one has that logo on it, so you know it's starter. And for the next thing we're going to do is randomize the first turn order here. So let's do the squares.
So just y'all know I play yellow, so I'm yellow. Amanda's black, Alex is green, and Matt is red for tonight.
All right, so we'll do where's the first here? Black, yellow, red, green. So green gets to go first. So.
Sounds good. When you
dropped
black, I was like, I'm going last.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Why don't we just the new guy so it's easier?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. So we have our turn order.
All right, so this gets put into that order as well. So that's actually black, yellow, red, green. Like that. So, the point of the game is victory points. And you only need 20 points to win.
So far.
Right now.
There you go.
So, one of the things you're going to use to pay to build things is your in-game victory points.
Okay.
So, right now, we all have these round discs here. They're all on 20. Those are going to get pushed back further and further, and then you're going to chase them with your victory points here. Whenever they meet, whoever meets first wins.
Gotcha.
If 2 people meet on the same turn, whoever surpasses theirs most wins.
It's kind of similar to a foreign king.
Okay. To where like the goal changes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is the only game that I had played that has this moving target of a victory point condition.
Yeah.
So I really dig that about this game.
All right, so now we've got all this set up. We can start with the outline of play here that we all have on our nice little turn order, or nice little player aids. The first thing we're going to do is the generosity of kings. This is another very interesting mechanic here.
So it actually would be
it will go black, yellow,
red, green.
Red, green.
It says sort by VR. What's VR?
VR is victory requirement or your goal.
Yeah, and that's what we just did here. There's going to be two orders to things. There's going to be the VR and the turn order. They're kind of independent of each other, so you're going to track one by who is highest in VR, which is going to determine the order of these.
Yeah.
Then we're going to bid on these with cows, and whoever bids the most is going to determine whoever first player.
Okay.
The bid order is by VR. The lower your VR, the further back in turn order you're going to be. The more you bid is going to be where you are in turn order, not just bid order.
Gotcha.
So it'll make total sense as we actually go through it.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the very first step we're going to take in the outline of play, is we're going to bid here. How that works is we've all got three cows to start with. So everybody starts with 3.
Yeah.
Black is going to get the ability to bid first. And let's say you bid, well, go ahead and...
Yeah, just as an example, and then and as we go on. She can bid anywhere from 0 to 3.
Yeah.
If she bids 0, she's going to go last. So Amanda bid 3 to start. Well, hold on. Bad example. Let's say Amanda bid 1. Then yellow, I can bid any number higher than 1. So in my case, I say I bid 2, 1, 2. And then it comes to red. How many do you want to bid? If he either bids 3, all of his cows, or passes.
Yeah, and for me, whatever I bid, I lose at this point. Because I bid 3, it goes here, here, and here. So I will not get that back. So it's something for me to think about. I would probably pass.
All right. And then green, if indulge me, and let's say green, you decided to bid 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Obviously, we're all out of money at this point, so then it would come back to black. Black would have to pass. It would come to yellow. Yellow would have to pass. Green has the highest bid. Green is going to go first. Then we're going to take our cows that are on our tiles, on our bidding tiles, and that's what you have left over. It's a distribution of wealth for turn order.
Gotcha.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
There
Make sure everybody gets their 3 back.
we go.
All right. So that's what we do to determine turn order. So whoever bid the most would get turn order. Let's put this back the way it was, though, just so we don't get confused. Black, yellow, red, green. All right. So the next thing you get to do is religion and culture. So each player in turn order may take a new specialist or god. These are the gods. These are the specialists. When you take those, they're going to stay with you forever for the rest of the game. The gods you can only have one of.
Do you sort through it, or you just take the one?
You take whatever one you can go through. There are 12 in every game. You remove 4 of them.
Yeah.
We didn't exactly do it randomly because we live streamed this last week.
Yeah.
We thought, let's do it different. So all 3 gods that we chose last week are out of the game, plus 1 other at random. So there we go. So we have 8 to choose. All the tribes here are monotheistic. So once you choose a god, whether it's on your first turn or maybe on your last turn, whenever you choose your god, that's your god. You don't have to, but it's going to have a rule breaker that's beneficial for you.
Right.
Okay.
But timing when you do that probably
Totally.
Yeah. So they do have rule breakers on them. So we'll get to what those are after we tell you what the rules are, so you understand what you're breaking.
Right.
The same thing goes for the specialists. The specialists, you can have more than one specialist. But you'll notice all of these have a plus VR on them.
Except for one.
Except for one, which is actually a minus. But that's all he does. He actually minuses your VR, so you would need 18 at this point to win.
Right.
But that god, that's all he does. Everything else is going to move it forward. So 40 is the max. You cannot take a card that would push you over 40. So those will push it. Those will push it. And when we get into these will as well.
Okay.
All right. So take a specialist or a god. So every turn you get the option to take one or the other. Once you take a god, that's it.
And also note one thing we messed up last time: when you take a specialist, you must use him immediately.
Okay.
You can use him in subsequent turns as well, but you must use it the turn you take him as well.
Yes. And you may use your specialist at any time during your turn.
Mm-hmm.
You may do one of these. You may erect a new monument. All of your little circles here, these are going to be monuments. We are going to place in reverse turn order out here in these dark areas our first monument.
Those are starting areas.
Those are starting areas.
Okay.
But another thing you can do is place another monument. Currently, the only rules are it cannot be adjacent to somebody else's monument.
Or your own, for that
or
matter.
your own.
And adjacency is not orthogonal. Diagonals do count in this game.
Yeah.
So,
Gotcha.
and real
That would
quick,
be really wrong.
Yeah.
why don't we go over the board real quick?
Yeah.
So we have starting spaces
Yeah.
here for initial temples.
Mm-hmm.
Then the water spaces, they form a large C if they're adjoining. So this tile and this tile, while they're different tiles, this is one large connected C area. So if you were to have, when we get to transport, a temple here in this location, you could count 1, 2, and go all the way there
Gotcha.
as far as that. You have resource locations, which are going to correspond with the different resources and craftsmen and secondary craftsmen that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But that's pretty much it. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is build our monuments higher and higher. So they'll start at level 1. That's a level 2, a level 3, so on and so forth. They're allowed to go up to 5 high.
Okay.
And that's how you're going to score your victory points to be able to win the game.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's right there. So a level 1 temple, when you start the game, you have one level 1 temple. You have 1. We all start at 1.
There you go.
So when you raise it up to the next level, that's going to be plus 2 points. So you will have, if you just have that right there, that's 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth. Plus 4, plus 6, plus 8. So a 5 high temple is 21 points. But creating a temple, how do you raise your temple, you may ask?
Yeah.
Yes, Matt. How do you raise your temple?
Okay, well, you're going to need ritual goods to raise your temple, which that is those guys over there.
And it's just the 4.
There-
4 different kinds.
There's actually 7.
Okay.
There are 4 basic goods. The ivory carver, the wood carver, the potter, and the diamond cutter are all basic or level 1 primary craftsmen.
goods.
Okay,
Okay,
and
primary
secondary.
goods.
Yeah.
The size does not correspond to primary or secondary. It's actually just everything in this column
Yeah.
is a primary. These 3 over here are going to be secondary. And Matt will explain that here in a little bit.
Okay.
Yes. In fact, we will go ahead and explain that now because we. So you can erect a new monument, but the next thing it says you can do here is place a craftsman. So what you're going to do is acquire a technology.
Mm-hmm.
When you acquire a technology, you simply take the card.
Oh, that should
Does it
be
get
That should be
on
cheaper?
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
It
it gets
costs-
more
It gets more
expensive.
expensive.
So
Yeah,
the first
make sure
thing,
those are-
if on my turn, I say I'm going to place a craftsman.
The 3.
First thing I'm going to do, plus 3 VR for me. So
Yeah.
yellow would move up to 23. Then I would score, check that. Then I would pay the 2 cattle. That's the cost to place a craftsman down here in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to place one of these within 3 spaces of one of the resources that it requires.
Gotcha.
So this resource here is clay, I think it is, right?
Yes, that is clay.
And I could place it, for instance, here. I could place it there because it's 1, 2, 3 away from the resource. That's totally fine. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. And then I would score 1 point for placing the craftsman out on the board. So, boop. And so at any given time, you're able to check your victory points. So I have a temple out here, and I built a craftsman. I should be at 2. Oh, I should be at 2. That
Right.
type of thing.
Okay.
And what's the point of putting them in a certain location?
The only adjacency rule or distance rule is it must be within 3 of one of its resources. Okay, the reason for it he'll get into here in a
Yeah.
little bit.
Okay.
The other thing is if there's another one of the same kind already out there, you cannot use one that is within 3 of one that's already out there. This one has got this one and this one, so
within 3 of this craftsman.
That one.
So those 2 were claimed by him, if you will, that craftsman. So
the next one has to be off a different.
There you go,
Yeah,
nailed
so
it exactly.
It could be down here because it's within that one. And
But no,
that's
it
within
couldn't
3
be there.
there.
It could be
okay,
there.
Yes, there, yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool.
Gotcha.
All right, that makes sense. All right.
All right, we'll leave that guy there for now.
Sure.
The next thing you do is you put your field on it because that's very important.
Is that the other?
Wrong. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Because that shows who owns it.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting paid for that. So indulge, and let's say I have. In fact, you guys can see that all right. That's my craftsman. Okay, it's marked by my marker to show that anybody who uses it is going to pay sort of me. Go ahead.
One other very important thing you do. How much are they going to pay you?
Well, when I built this, I paid my 2 cows to the bank. Good. I placed the craftsman. I scored my 1 point. But the other thing, exactly, you can. These independent contractors is kind of how it is, and they're paying you.
Yeah.
I don't know thematically. I'm trying to think like you're not the craftsman.
Yeah.
But they're paying you. So the options are 1, 2, or 3 cows is how much they charge to make that one good.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I build this, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to say it costs 2. And it costs 2 for everybody in the game to use it, including me, even though he's my craftsman.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Because everybody is going to use everybody's craftsman. You have to win this game. You have to use everybody's stuff and try to get your temples up higher before anybody else.
Gotcha.
So that is the first thing you do, and that is done. So
Fair point. That's a good point. Kenny brings this up. So, point of order that you can be within 3 of one that's claimed.
Yeah.
There must be though at least within 3 of one unclaimed. So let's back this up. All right. So in this example, this craftsman is within these 2 out here.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is not within 3, so as long as he's within 3, he could even do this. As long as he's within 3 of the one that is not claimed, he's good to go. So this one could supply either one of these.
Yeah.
This one would supply this one, and this one would supply that. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. A little correction. Our bad on that. Go ahead.
all right, so you then need to. How are you going to raise your temples? Well, so you have to be within 3 of a good that can be supplied to raise your temple. Right now, yellow is the only one that can. So if it comes back around to his turn, what he'll do is...
Yeah, I'll take my turn. Yeah. On my turn, I could take a specialist or a god. I elect not to. I could do one of 3 things. Erect a new monument. Nah, I'm not going to do that. Or I could place a craftsman. I did that last turn, let's say, this one. Yeah. And now on this turn, maybe I choose to improve monument, the monument and score points. Important to note, if I had multiple monuments out here, I could improve them all on one turn. Okay? There's no limit. The only rule is you can only improve a monument 1 level per turn, but I could improve them both to level 2.
Gotcha.
Okay? So, how would I do that? Well, I would say I'm going to improve, say, this monument on my turn.
Yeah.
So, first things first is I would say with it being a level 1 monument, it requires 1 good. One craftsman good. So how do I do it? I say I'm going to use this craftsman. He's within 3 here. I would pay whatever the craftsman charges to that card. 1, 2.
Yeah.
I mark one of the resources as used. That's used for this turn.
Yeah.
And then I must be able to trace a path of within the distance of 3 from the craftsman to my monument. So here we go. 1, 2. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Easy enough. There. Boom. Yellow pegs 2 points. And technically I'd be at 4 because I started with 1 for this, and 2 for the second level. Then, if I wanted, still on my turn, if I had the cows, note I only have one cow left,
Yeah.
but if I had another cow, I then could use that one and then trace it within 3. 1, 2, good to go. There, boom, more points,
Yeah.
and there you go. But now you would ask, let's say it's now a later turn, and these are now level 2.
You will now need 2 different types of goods to raise them up. So you
Gotcha.
cannot use this one and this one to get that one to the next level. You can't use this one and this one to get one to the next level. You have to use that one and say, okay, now if
Gotcha.
that was there, you can use that one and that one to get that one up to another level, but you're not going to get this one because there's not 2 other goods out there.
Right.
All right. The other thing is, let's say
But this one's within 3, right? So you could.
there's another way to go further than 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I want to actually make it to where that's not the case. There you go.
Okay.
The only good that's within 3 here of the wood carver here is this one. All right. So
Yeah. So everything we've done so far has kind of been within an adjacency of 3.
Yeah.
You can actually go 3, and Leo will have to move something around here just a
actually,
little bit.
hold on here. Let's say it were one. Nope. There. One,
That'll work.
That does work. There you go.
Yeah. So you can use your temples as hubs to go further.
Or better yet, as a better example,
Somebody else's.
There you go.
Yeah. So you can use other people's temples as a hub to go further as well as your own. You're going to pay to the bank either way.
Mm-hmm.
So this one can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and so those 2 can. Well, you wouldn't want to connect to there, but you can go over there.
Let's give another full example
Sure.
here of how to upgrade this temple to a level 3.
Yeah.
So it is currently a 2.
And let's say you were a sweetheart and you made this one 1 cow. Okay. I want to upgrade this temple from a level 2 so people can see it, a level 2 to a level 3. All right. So it requires me to use 2 different color goods or 2 different types of goods. So I have a potter and a wood carver I have access to, so good to go. So here we go. Yeah, I can do it with 3 cows. I would need a 4th cow, actually.
Yep.
But let's say I had 5 cows at the beginning of my turn. So again, I could either erect a new monument, place craftsmen, or improve monuments. I say I'm going to improve monuments. So here we go. So the first one I'm going to use is I'm going to use this craftsman, and he's got to be able to deliver it there. So again, I would pay 2 cows to my craftsman. I would mark off either that one or that one. So we mark that.
It can be very strategic as to which one you pick, depending on what's adjacent to what.
So now 1, 2, that's within adjacency. We're good to go. I don't have to pay any extra for that. That's one of my 2 goods. Now I want to use this one. So then I look over and you are only charging 1 cow for yours. All right. So I will use that resource for him to produce it, but it's got to get to this temple from here. So here we go. I could go 1, 2, 3. Put a cow to show which temple I use or monument I used, and then 1, 2, 3, good to go.
Mm-hmm.
That now goes there. I would now peg 4 more points there for building that to a level 3. Then this cow would go away and go to the bank. It does not go to you, even though it was your temple.
Right.
If it were my temple used, so for instance, if it were mine instead of yours, and I pay that cow to it, that cow still goes to the bank. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It never comes to the player unless they have the god that gives that.
Right.
Okay? But that's right there. That's 99% of the game.
Yeah.
Okay?
The other adjacency thing we haven't gone over is what water does. Water is the universal slip and slide of the game. So you can come in one side and you're adjacent to everything else around it.
Do you need a specialist to do that or anything?
No.
Yep, everybody can just... So you could go from here and go... If there's a temple here, and we had this here, that's got to be... To be able to use that, and it doesn't matter who claimed it. Let's say it's Matt, whatever, they have the card. Ignore that. Just so he uses that resource, and then he's 1, 2,
3.
3.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So there is a specialist out there that lets you add water to the
Okay.
board. So let's say you did it twice or whatever, and you did
Yeah.
that. Now that's one big piece of water.
Gotcha.
It's a really big slip and slide. More a lazy river, I'm thinking, like at Wet and
At
Wild
that
or
point.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Are there still Wet and Wilds?
No.
All right. Anyway, moving on. Cool.
Let's see here. What do we do next? Let's keep going down through here. Adjacent water counts a single area. Okay, just did that. Build with imagery. Monuments can be used as hubs to reach craftsmen, paying 1 cattle. Place a use marker on resources.
The only thing...
Does that clear off the end of your turn, or does it stay into the next person?
No, and that right there is the key.
Yeah.
Somebody used the resource, I'm sorry, you don't get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't clear until at the very end of the round,
Yeah.
then in the round being all of our turn.
Right.
Right.
But now, what we haven't talked about is a way to thwart somebody who's running away with things.
Yeah.
Let's put a break on them, and how do we do that?
Well, how we do that is we build the secondary craftsman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've only gone over the primary craftsman right now, which the primary craftsman, all they need to produce a good is just the resource that is next to them.
Yeah.
Good enough. The secondary craftsmen, however, require a primary craftsman, a good, and they also, it doesn't show it on this card, but right here on the player aid, it does
Yeah.
show.
No, they can see it.
They
Fine.
can say, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right there. It requires a good. It requires a resource of its own, plus a primary craftsman and a resource of its own. As
okay.
soon as the first secondary craftsman of a type is built, so the secondary craftsman of the potter is
Yeah.
the vessel maker.
Yeah.
You can now only use vessel makers to upgrade your temples.
Oh, okay. So you can get it away from somebody who's...
Right. So these have to be within 3 of these.
Mm-hmm.
And within 3 of their own. No, they do not have to be with 3 of those. They do have to be within 3 of these. They can use hubs to get to those.
Exactly. That's what I was just double checking. That's
Yes.
the one thing that I always screw up whenever we do this
Yeah.
is the secondary craftsman does not. So in theory, if we wanted to be really
There,
difficult,
it could go there.
it could be there. Just you would have to get this
Through some hubs.
to there
Yeah.
to then get to your monument.
Yeah.
And that's one good.
Yeah.
Okay, this no longer counts as a good. Only that counts as a good because the secondary has erased it, even though the secondary requires the primary and its own clay supply.
Gotcha.
And so if you did use that, and let's say you did connect them, this would use a good, or this would use a resource, and that would use a resource just to make that.
Right.
I think that's pretty close to just about it. And then
How's the revenue work? How do we get more cows?
really simple.
Yep. So everybody will do those things that we just mentioned one
Yeah.
at a time on their turn. Then we'll get to revenues. The highest level of your monument in your kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
let's say that one is 3, you get 3 cows.
Okay.
And then you get whatever payments have been made to your cards.
Okay.
Now I would get that money off of here that
Right.
all you guys paid. Because again, if this is my my craftsman, it's possible that 2 different people have used it because that's a great place to put that because you're
Yeah.
getting paid potentially twice.
Makes sense.
All right, and then the most important step,
Yeah.
step 4. Did anybody win?
Yeah.
No? Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and screw this up, knowing us. The turn order now, or the bid order,
Yeah.
ignore turn order. Once we have gotten our revenue and then checked for victory, these only move if the VR order moved.
Gotcha.
So the turn order has nothing to do with the bid order. The
Yeah.
okay. So that's another little
Quirk.
little piece of chrome there that may trip us up as we go
And
along.
So how many is this? 5 or 10?
It's
3.
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah, so the gold are 3.
And the reason 3 is everything's in multiples of 3, and it just keeps it
I
consistent.
wonder if that's thematic in some way.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I would imagine, knowing yours and your own.
Yep.
Just these tribes really like the number 3
Right.
because everything.
So any questions?
It is
though?
the magic number. After.
Other than, hey,
Yeah,
it's,
I think I get everything. I'm a little hazy on this, but
that's
I'll
one of
pick
those
it up.
things. I don't know. When we review this on the show,
Yeah.
I have no idea how I'm going to clearly explain that
You're
without being able to visually show it.
You're going to say, go check out our
You go
video.
Yeah, right. Yeah, seriously. All right, hold on. Let's see. Now people will critique us real quick before we get started. You're right, Kenny. But again, I think it was clear. Cool. All right, good. And people are like, yeah, that was the hardest part. The understanding the secondary, how that changes things up, and how you can basically put the brakes on people. Okay, cool. Then I think we actually nailed it. So good job there.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I forgot, is there like an atrophy of cows? Like, can I save them into the next turn?
Yeah. Whatever cow you have here stays in your herd.
Okay.
All right. So this is the turn order. We're just going to go ahead before we get started in reverse order. You're going to get to place temples. They must go on one of the starting spots. And honestly, looking at this, and the one thing that we do ask is just think out loud during this. But so thoughts here. This one's not bad because you're adjacent to water. Same with this one. So those are good spots. Let's see.
There's nothing super terrible on this one.
No, there's nothing really bad, but my gut says those are probably the best two, and maybe even I think these two are probably your best bets for starting resources or starting monument.
Yeah.
So green goes first because they're in reverse turn order.
No, I mean, because I can access everything.
Exactly.
So
yep.
I think it just makes sense.
Yep. All right, cool. So now red, Matt?
People are arguing about whether or not you can use hubs to get to resources.
You can get to second. You can get to primary, not resource.
Okay, so here let me clarify since the chat's on there. Okay, so getting back to our example, let's say we have that. It doesn't matter who owns it, and there.
Yeah, you can't use the hubs to get to these. You can use the hub to get to those.
Exactly. So let's see there. Let's say I want to upgrade this temple. Okay. Mm-hmm. So how would I do it? And we're not going to talk about the money and all this. We're just going to talk about strictly logistics. This resource is within 3 of this craftsman. This craftsman is within 3 of that temple. Ignore that. Hold on. This resource is within 3 of this craftsman.
Yeah.
Okay. This craftsman has to get his good to this craftsman.
Yeah.
And then this craftsman has to come back and get it to that temple. So how do we do it? 1, 2, 3, that would cost a cow. 1, 2, that would cost a cow. Then 1, 2, 3, that would cost a cow. And now we can reach this resource or that craftsman.
And then you cover that.
And then reverse it.
Yeah.
So if that's clear.
You have to pay again to reverse it?
I'm fairly certain, and let me double check because I'm paranoid that we're screwing this up. So here we go. Placing a craftsman. Building a secondary craftsman. Secondary craftsmen may only be built if they can reach at least one primary craftsman of the required type. They can reach the primary craftsman if it is either within range 3 or if it's in range of a hub that is in that range. Yeah. So yes, all other restrictions to placing a craftsman still apply. In addition, it is not allowed to build both the first primary craftsman and the secondary craftsman in the same action. You can't go, primary, secondary. It is allowed to build a secondary craftsman such that he uses the same resource as the primary craftsman he depends on, to where it might be impossible then to be able to use the secondary because he has to have one for himself, one for the primary.
So you're just deliberately sabotaging.
So
exactly.
That is what we call taking over.
Yes. So, getting back to this example, this resource goes to this craftsman. He's within 3. He naturally would have to be able to build that craftsman. Right? Okay. So then it costs 3 cows to get transport there to that. We use that resource and the one that transported over to build that. We're good. And then he would use 1, 2 more. So a total of 5 cows would be spent on hubs. Yeah. Plus the cost for that craftsman. Plus the cost for that craftsman. Gotcha. So it is prohibitively expensive in this example, but this is an extreme example, but it shows you how you can throttle players back to be like, whoa, slow down. enough with you just, milking these points super easy.
Yeah.
So hopefully that clarifies for the peanut gallery that's watching. And again, that's not a derogatory thing, just peanut gallery. We're elephants. But yeah, I think that hopefully that clarifies everything for everybody watching at home. Cool. Oh, I stole your monument. All right. So, Red, you are up next for placing your initial monument.
Before we get too much further, did you want to go over the gods?
Oh, yeah. I guess we could briefly. This is going to be in one ear, out the other, I'm sure. But all right. So, there are 12 gods. 4 of them have been removed.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to go over the ones that are in this game. So, Ngai, additional 2 income every turn.
Okay.
But
it's gonna
plus
add
5 VR. There you go. Gu.
And there's no cost to get these. I just choose and that's it.
That's it. The cost is the VR.
Right.
So Gu is every Craftsman technology card costs 1 VR only, meaning it doesn't matter what it says, it's only 1 VR. So nice. Kamada, anyone using hubs of any color for transport pays to this card. So in that example, we just use 5.
Yeah.
That pays it to this card. Whoever got it, whoever has that god, they get that income during the income phase. That'd be juicy.
Yeah.
All right. The god of drunks, Shatapinyi, I think. So what would happen in this case is these would slide and that would go there.
Okay.
The first bid, that's kind of like a dummy player, a 5th player for this. But if black gets it, black would get both of these incomes. Gotcha. If yellow gets it, they would get that and that income. So that's kind of nice. But Obatala, when building a new monument as your action, you can build 2 monuments instead of a normal 1. So that's an extra point automatically every turn that you do that.
Yeah.
Anansi is pay 1 cattle per good bought. So I don't care what your pricing is, I'm paying you 1.
Yeah.
This, the -2, that's it. Easy going, no special benefit, just reduces your VR2. And Elegua is each turn pay up to 3 cattle of your first turn order bid from the stock. So it's like you have 3 free bucks to bid with. And that's it. Those are the gods. I suppose we should go over the specialists real quickly. So the herd, Matt used a good effect last game, which is basically, if you have nothing else to do with your money, you can put 2 cows on here and they have a baby.
Yeah.
And then when you take income. So you're investing your 2 cows to get a 3rd cow. The shaman may place 1 resource for 2 cattle. That is why these resources are over here. So, you know what? We have the ivory carver.
Yeah.
It's just make-believe, Davis. But if you're tired of somebody taking it, you know what? Use that specialist. And now I have 2. Cool.
Yeah.
So that helps everybody, but it might help you more. The builder, pay 2 cattle to activate for this turn. If active, you pay the first 2 cattle of each newly placed craftsman to this card. Because again, every time you place a craftsman, you owe that amount of money. All right. Rain ceremony, like what Matt said, you can build more rivers. You can place 1 water tile for 3 cattle. And last but not least, nomads, which Amanda got and did not use. Pay 2 cattle to ignore zoning restrictions when building a new monument. You know what? I can do this, whereas I normally wouldn't be able to.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay.
So does it all make sense, at least on the surface?
Yeah, I mean, everything,
Okay.
I'm still not 100% clear on that.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Cool. All right. Awesome. So green placed their first monument. Red, you're up.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'll go.
If you didn't, I was.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's any reason not to. Couldn't think of one.
So thinking out loud, I like the idea of being close to the water because I have access to everything over here. That's great. But with y'all over there, you guys are going to probably build out that way, and it's that much further from me. But you know what? I'm a loner. I'll go it alone, Amanda. So welcome everybody, and Kenny, thanks for that helping us clarify that. All right, so everything is seated, and now we're ready to rock and roll. So black, it's your bid, and again, it's in this order, so black begins the bidding. She can bid 0 to 3.
1.
Okay. Now yellow's up, and I have no cows. That's a shame. I should have
You
3.
gave them all back for
I
some
did.
reason.
There we go. Already tough decisions. I will.
Yeah.
I'll bid 2.
Which makes me pass.
Okay, so red passes, and now it's up to green. So if you go ahead.
Yeah, what are my options here?
Okay, you pass and go third.
Yeah.
You get no money,
Yeah.
but you spend no money.
Right.
Or you must up the bid. The current bid is 2.
Yeah.
You must bid 3.
Okay, and
if
then-
you bid 3,
Yeah.
you're going to place 1 on your tile,
Yeah.
and then 1 on Lozi and 1 on Mutapa.
Okay.
Okay?
It's just a constant.
It's just
And then whoever wins, are you getting the stuff that's placed?
everyone is getting everything on their tile, regardless of turn. Red, even though he never bid and
Yeah.
he's already going forth, he's getting that money.
I gotcha.
Okay.
So you bid 3.
Yeah.
You're getting 1 back, but you're
Yeah.
giving them 1 each.
Right. I think I'm gonna pass then.
Okay. All right. So green passes. It's back to black. Black does not have enough cows to bid. She only has 2, so she will pass. And so now I actually lost the dollar or a cow, 1 income, right?
Yes.
1 money. So you take everything that's on here. So Amanda broke even and goes second.
Right.
I spent 1, I'm going first. You spent none, got none, but you're going third. And Matt actually profited in the generosity of the kings, but he's going last.
Gotcha.
Okay? All right. So now...
No, I'm clear on it now.
Okay, cool. Good.
Yeah, you have to see it done once.
Yeah, it's one of the... Yeah, it's clever. It's just really hard to explain, without...
Verbally.
without actually seeing it in action. All right, so now, options to me. I may take a specialist or a god. I am not going to. So I can either erect a new monument, place a craftsman, or improve monuments, meaning build a new layer and get victory points. So I will actually place my first craftsman. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep. We're going to go ahead.
Well, this
Close your
diamond guy
eyes.
Costs a bundle.
Yes, it does. But it's not upgradable, and it's 3 victory points. So...
when you have this technology card, you can build as many of these as you want.
Turn after turn.
Turn after turn, yes.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so we're going to...
So you can
Cover
generate
your
some victory
eyes.
points that way.
We're going to build an ivory carver to start. So, +2 VR for yellow, please. Not really please, but unfortunately
Yes,
I
you had
have
to pay
to.
the 2 cows.
Right, so I... VR +2, done.
You gotta make
Now-
sure to put the people on top, too.
Right. Whoever was there first is going to be further up the turn order.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I pay 1 cow, 2 cow, and I must place an ivory carver. No, this one shouldn't be out here. And I actually will place it... No, it's still next to it. That's fine. We're going to place it there. I will show my ownership, and I get 1 victory point for that. So I'm now... And I can check. I have 1 monument, one marker out here, 2 points, good to go.
Yeah.
And what price would you like to set?
Right. And looking at this, you guys got a long way away. I really want to set it at 1 to help me, but I'm scared. Note, the only time that you can change the price of what you set is whenever you place an additional craftsman. Right?
Yes.
So you can
Okay.
change your original prices?
You can, but only by adding another craftsman out there.
Of the same...
Of the same
right.
Of the same type, right? So if I place this craftsman out there, I could then change that price.
What if one of us place it? Can you change it?
No, because I wouldn't. There's only 2 of these.
There is one other way. There's a god that's out of the game that lets you do it whenever you want.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, is that the one that got? Okay, cool. You know what? I'm gonna go cheap. I'm actually going to go 1 moo cow. Come and get it. All you can eat. So that's it. I took my 1 action. That's it. I'm done. So now we move on to black.
I'm going to take a god. Going to take Kamada for +2 VR. Anyone using hubs of any color up for transport pays to this card.
All right.
Figure with 4 players, there's going to be a lot of hub usage.
The VR.
Oh.
No, he's good. Just everyone's making jokes about their phone being on the screen.
I didn't think it was on there. It's actually your fault. I'm reading your scans.
Damn distracting bucks with freaks.
All right.
Somebody told me that was out of frame.
They lied.
They lied.
No, actually, if you put it up here, it would be out of frame because it's behind the chat. All right, go ahead. So now, go ahead.
So it's to me now.
No, she chose a god.
Oh, okay.
And then
then
you get
she
to
gets
take
to do it.
one
Oh,
of
that's
those
in
3
addition.
actions. There you go.
Oh,
right.
Boom. I think I'll peruse this.
Yeah, might as well. And remember, you're at no obligation to take a god.
Right.
You can be agnostic, is it? Atheist?
Agnostic.
Okay,
Would be,
all right.
Well, atheist would be not having a god at all.
Right, well, that would... So you can be an atheist, I suppose.
If you don't want the VR hit.
I'm going to pay 2 cows. I'm just going to have a little bank over here.
Oh, okay, good. A slight clarification. So if this got used, somebody could still take the craftsman action, but not place the craftsman to be able to change the price as well. Cool. And see, you guys are useful. Awesome job. Thank you. Okay. All right. So which one did you take? So 3 VR for Amanda. Look at her just racing up to 40. All right. She owes 2 moo cows, and she needs to place her ownership marker on it. And what price would you like to set?
2, please.
And 2.
Thank you.
All right. Actually, if you want to bring that up, people can see it. There we go. Cool. All right. Alex, you're up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take this cattle income guy.
Okay, so it's +2 income every turn.
Yeah.
But
it's giving me 5 hits.
Right. Now you are on top.
Yeah.
So the order, if nothing else changed right now, the bid order will go black, green, yellow, red. So these would change in order once we're done.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, cool. And then now you can either erect a new monument, place a craftsman, or improve your own monument, which Amanda was generous enough to put it right there for you.
Right.
But is for y'all watching, obviously those that have played know the game well. Is it clear? Is the teaching, does it all make sense?
I think I'm going to grab the ivory here.
Okay, all right. So +3 VR for red. Wow.
No, green.
I'm sorry, green. Wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good call. And you paid the 2 cows?
Yes.
Okay. And we should have given Amanda 1 victory point also.
Yes.
Amanda is black. Okay. And green is going to get 1 for placing the cows.
Throw that down like that.
Yep. And what are you setting the price at?
I'll set it at 2.
That didn't work out to me. Okay. All right. Awesome. Cool. And Matt, bringing up the rear.
All right. Well, I will improve my monument.
Okay. So no god, no specialist, just that.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to use yours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay you 2. And I'm going to go like this because I'm within, so right there. And it uses that.
And you get 2 victory points for that.
I'll just bust through all
Right,
their
yeah,
line
you
now.
know, right.
And I'll just stay right where I'm at VR wise.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of the action phase, really, the religion and culture. Now we go into revenue. Level of highest monument. So everybody's getting 1 except Matt gets 2 income.
Yeah.
You obviously will get +2 more because of your god.
And then I could collect these 2.
Correct. And Amanda gets 1. I get 1.
No.
What?
Why do he got 2?
So I get 2 off this, 2 from here, and then 1 from my
that's right.
monument.
I forgot about that guy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's holy crap.
All right. So everyone got their payment off their cards, which in this case, Matt's just being really nice to the new guy. And now, let us compare mythologies. Did anybody win? No. All right. So now we have to reset the bid order. Bid order will go green, black, yellow, red, because that's the VR. The VR level. So these come off. So now green starts the bidding.
Okay, so I'll bid 1.
And you can bid more if you wish.
Right.
I would recommend 2 just because I'm here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But yeah, I'll just do the 1.
Okay.
I think.
I will do 2.
Whew. Real easy decision considering I have 1 cow. Pay me. Go 4, Matt. If you're gonna go 3, go 4.
No, I think I will go 3, but spot number 3.
Okay. All right. So now we're back to the Zulu. Alex?
Okay, so I'll pass.
Okay. And Amanda?
Wins.
Oh, you won. Right, obviously.
Amanda wins. Yes.
Right. Everybody get your cows.
So we should rename this game to Amanda wins.
Right, yeah. She's very good at logistics games.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So this is the new turn order. So Black, you're up.
Well, black is poor. So black
Does
is...
this come off because we've done a
Yes.
Oh, good call.
That
Those
doesn't
should clear every round. Good call. Yep.
So I am just going to erect a new monument.
Okay. Which costs nothing and in fact just gives you a victory point.
Right.
And by you, the royal y'all. Important note here: when she places a monument, she could place it out here if she
It
wanted.
doesn't have to be adjacent.
It could be anywhere she wants.
Right.
Just cannot be directly adjacent to an existing monument.
Yeah. Like, didn't one of the specialists change that, or one of the gods?
Yeah, I
One
think
of the
so.
gods
Yeah,
does?
The
yeah.
Nomad.
No, the nomads. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the one that I took last time but didn't use ever.
Which you should have
I
the first
know,
time,
I
right?
know.
So,
It didn't seem to hurt you if you're.
wait a minute. No, she won, and maybe that puts an asterisk on the whole game. Maybe she wouldn't have had the money to do everything. Oh,
Blur.
hold on now. Hold on.
Blur, blur, blur. All right, so that's it. Great.
Okay, 1 point for Black. Green, it is your honor, sir.
Okay, so I will not take any of these cards. I think I'll improve my monument and spend 2 to go off yours.
Okay. Now, you totally could.
Yeah.
Okay, but new first game.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pay your own so that you make sure that you're using you're making sure that you're getting paid, because ultimately you're paying your own craftsmen.
Right. I mean, I could do that, but I figured it's still early. This is going to block you from getting that.
But I have access to this one over
And he
here.
only
Right.
needs 1.
Oh, you
And
just
I
need
only
the
need 1.
at this point.
It does
So
block me.
Yeah.
right. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying this
Yeah.
way you guarantee yourself getting paid,
Right.
as opposed to paying Amanda
Yeah.
for hers. Now, I'm sure she's all in favor of that, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that you're aware of your options.
Right.
And please
Using-
continue
Using
on.
either blocks me.
Yeah. Well, because you need both.
I need both.
Right.
Where you're at. No, it's good insight. So just pay myself.
Might as well.
Yeah.
So you're going to improve your monument, so you pay yours.
Yeah.
There, you're within 3
Yeah.
of where your craftsman is.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom. And 2 points for green. He's running away with the game. Look at that.
Well, I've also got the highest requirements today.
All right, Matt, you're up.
I'm going to take a look at the gods this time.
Okay.
And
So many times you all played this.
I've 4, but only once recently. The others were a couple years ago, and same with Amanda, right?
Yep.
I am going to take the drunk god.
Okay. Back it up.
And what's his ability? Oh, yeah. That's
He
that
puts
one.
that
There you
there,
go.
and then when people bid, I get that and that.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
but it's 4 here, so 24. And for my next trick,
Randall, it's me, Amanda, Matt, and Alex Berry, designer of High Treason, who is local and a buddy of ours. So, yeah.
Local-ish.
locally.
Well, Denver greater metro area
Or,
within an
Colorado.
hour. How's that? He's in Colorado. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this before it's no longer available.
3 more.
3.
1, 2, 3.
A victory point, 2 cows, and I'm going to set that price at something once I figure out where I'm putting it.
Okay.
I am putting it there.
Are you sure? That seems kind of selfish.
Oh, yeah.
That's far from you. I mean, just because you can reach your temple with it, it's still far from you. For you, I'm concerned about you. There's
Far from everyone else too.
I think I know what I'm going to do then. Okay.
And I will. Everybody's got 2.
Don't be a sheep.
Let's make it 2.
All right.
Bah.
All right, and you got your victory point,
Mm-hmm.
so you're at 1, 2. You should be at 4 victory points, and he
Yes,
is 1 for that, and 3 for his temple.
Really
Yep.
easy to calculate points if
Yep.
you ever need to. It's what this is and what's on your cards. That's all it's ever going to be.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at it a couple different ways. I know I want to improve my monument. I can do that using my heffalumps here. But I'm also looking at kind of a favor that Matt just did me. So I'm going to take the rain ceremony specialist. I can't because you have to use it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And it costs 3 cattle to
Is
place.
it 3 or 2?
It's 3.
3.
It costs 3. Because what I want to do is I want to do that.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I can reach it no problem.
Yeah.
But can't do that yet. So just
One thing, you can't flood out someone's temple, correct?
no, you can't. You can't. Anything that's printed out there or that we're placing on there, you can't cover. Yeah,
That would
that's
be cool.
the expansion, the flooded temples. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to not take any of this and just improve my monument. So we're going to. It costs 1. So there. And then within 3, 1, 2, and 3. Boom. 2 victory points for yellow. And voila. Fini. That's it. That's the end of that. Now, everybody gets your income. Everybody not named Black gets 2. Sorry, Amanda. So Amanda gets 1. I get 2.
I get that, and then
Don't-
I get my 2 bonus.
Right. Don't forget to clear your cards for income. Then
those.
also these
Come off.
get cleared. And then, wait. Has anyone won? No. All right. So now, new VR order. We have green, red, black, yellow. Cool. All right. So green, it is your bid.
Okay, I think I'll just bid 1.
This is the first time I've played where the drunk god has come out. So it's...
I'll do 2.
Pass. I have no money.
Well, you have money. So people at home can see. You do have money.
I would have had 2 more if you hadn't talked Alex out of not using my wood carver.
I didn't talk him out. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
you
make
did.
sure he had options.
No,
He
you talked him
understood
out.
his options. All right, so black passes. Yeah, we're not going to pay Matt. So I guess I'm going 3rd in hoarding my cows. We're back to green.
I'll pass.
Okay, and red. All right, take your income.
Yeah, it's not bad. Got first, didn't lose anything.
2nd, didn't lose anything.
And
All right, you're right. Seriously, he's got a whole herd, and yes, you can see him very clearly at that massive herd of cows he has.
I got a lame cow. I'm just holding on to him. I feel sorry for him.
Right. All right, so red, you're up.
All right. So I can and I will upgrade my temple. I will pay myself 2 for this guy. There.
And that is within 3. 1, 2, 3. So he doesn't have to do anything for that.
And I will pay Amanda 2 because there for that guy.
And that also is within 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a level. Now it's up 7, so
7.
it's plus 4.
So it should be at 8 because I've got 7 plus 1 for this card.
There you go.
8.
Bueno. Well, not really bueno, but yes, that's correct. And Alex, you're up.
Okay.
He's checking out the specialists.
Yeah, so looks like a lot of stuff just got taken there. So I've got 10 here.
Yes, we will stream Mare Nostrum, actually. And it's funny you asked that because the first night that Alex came to play with us, that was the first game that we busted out.
Yeah.
We all really enjoyed it. So yeah, that'll make an appearance on stream at some point, probably once we move upstairs.
Didn't Ash like it so much he went out and bought the...
Yeah, the advanced, like the
coins.
fancy bits, the
Yeah.
coins and all that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for a school night Civ game, we can't really beat it.
So I think I'm going to get the diamond. I think I've just got enough money for it.
Wow.
So
Round 3, a diamond is coming out.
I think that.
That's within 3 of a diamond. That's
And
totally... So you take that.
Yeah.
What's the VR? Plus 1?
Plus 1.
For green. Okay. You pay your 10 cows
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3.
for putting out the craftsman.
And then I think I'll charge 3 for it. Right? Is that the max?
Oh,
Yes.
oh I'm sorry. Can I choose more? All right. Matt and I did an amazing job of teaching
Yeah,
this because he's
And then I
definitely
get
getting...
my 3 victory points.
You already got him. Don't forget to mark it as well.
Right.
Yep,
Wow.
You're at 3, and then 4 is 7.
Gotcha.
There we go. Alrighty. So let's see. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. It's one further away from me. So what I'm thinking is I could always bring out a throne maker, slow that way down to where ivory now requires the secondary, and if I place it over here, it's going to put a crimp on everybody else's style. So I'm looking at this. The ivory has not been used. Matt has already gone, so it's just Amanda. Amanda's going to be able to... It'd be expensive. She's probably not going to build or add a monument. I think I'm actually going to build a monument. Man. And all of a sudden I'm thinking about, for the specialists, the idea of the shaman that can place resources out here. Because I'm looking at that, and unless I get up in turn order, I'm not going to get access to that. So I'm just gonna place a monument, I think. And one, two, three. 1, 2. No, it's still. Man, oh man. You know what? Yep, that'll work. 1 point for yellow. Done. That is the sigh of unhappiness.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to build another monument. I can't do anything else. I'm gonna have to build another monument. I can't do anything else.
So you elect to build a new monument.
Sure.
Oh, that's right, because you're broke.
Yep.
All right. Where would you like to do so? Yeah, this game is definitely different. 4 players versus 3 already.
Yeah.
Drastically different.
How so?
More austere.
Yeah, it seems that way, but also just the map is physically bigger, so therefore it's really far over to that side from this side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just and I think it's a good thing. I like it. I like the fact that Amanda's having to go in a different. We're all going in different directions than what we did in the previous game. So, all right. So Amanda built a monument. She gets 1 point for that. Whoop. And now level highest. So revenue. Everybody get your revenue. Amanda's still at 1. If you guys want to get me 2 and Amanda 1, please.
2 for you. For you. I will take 3.
I get 4.
Brutal. All right, you're making good use of the god. If you're going to have to jump up 5 points, I mean, that's what you want to do, right? These clear, there and there. Any others that I missed?
No.
Okay. Did anybody win? No? All right. So new order, or is it the same? Green, red, black, yellow?
Didn't
Green?
change.
You're up.
I'm going to pass.
All right. Thanks, Raphael. Glad you're enjoying it. Appreciate it.
I'll go 3.
Why?
I get 2 back.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm broke.
Go for it.
Man, I hate the idea of having to... Oh, wait, black's up. What am I worried about?
Oh.
Just pre-thinking.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm getting confused between the squares and the
This
dot
is the
tiles.
order. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is the order of bidding for the order of turn.
Right. Just I think this is the first game that I've ever played that correctly.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's
Fair enough.
throwing me off a little bit.
Raphael says, my favorite game, receiving the best treatment by heavy cardboard. You guys
Pass.
rocks. You guys rock.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Pass.
That's really cool. All of a sudden, that's not so bad for me. So it's really interesting that the bidding is less aggressive this game than it was last game with
Because
3
you've got 4
players.
now instead of
Well,
3.
and we have 5.
And now you have 5.
Yeah.
So this is definitely crimped the style of how I would normally do this. So I would bid 4 to win 1. Second's fine, and I assume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're the highest bid. So, all right. Well, at least it's not. You guys aren't making money out of it. At least, I guess. So yeah, interesting. All right, Red, you're up, Matt.
Yep, and I'd love to be able to raise that temple up 1 more, but I cannot because I can't pay for it.
Oh yeah, you
I've got
You
4.
only have 4.
I could pay 2 to me. I can pay 2 to Amanda, but no more left. So, I am instead going to place a temple.
Just 1 monument.
If I could get there, it would be a consideration. So, what is the
Actually,
best way
no.
to improve my standing by placing this?
7.
Yeah.
7 to place a second monument.
I thought about it.
All of a sudden, the way the auction's going, this guy's not too bad here. The God of Beginnings, to where you get 3 additional to bid for your first bid.
Yeah.
I'll go right
That's
there.
pretty good.
I get a point. And
Only no, there's nothing that's screaming I need it right now. All right, so
Wait
yellow
for -2 instant win.
You're right. Yeah. Well, now I'm trying to be a little bit more.
Well, I mean, you're really here if you grab that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, wait.
Or no, I'm actually here. I'm at 20.
Right.
So yeah. So technically, I only need 16 points. So so work backwards? How do I get 16 points?
16 turns, and you just keep putting these.
Right. Yeah.
There's plenty of spaces.
That's how you do it without getting any more VR.
Yeah, that definitely is one way.
16 turns, this game is yours.
We'll just sit here and watch you.
You know what? It's expensive, but I think 2, 4, 5. I have enough to do it. And I will. All right, I'm going to improve monuments, and I'm going to improve both of my monuments. So, because it's hard to see on camera since it's above, that's a level 2. That's a level 1. So, I'll start with the level 2. The level 2 will use these 2 resources. There's 1 there, and I will pay 2 to Amanda for her craftsman.
Yep.
And I will pay 2 to Red for that craftsman.
Where were those 2 cows left when I needed them?
Right, sorry, my bad. So this craftsman, 1, 2, 3, we're good to go there. Zut de l'heure. You know what? Back that up. I'll actually use this one because then it's 1, 2, 3, and it's within. So we'll actually use that for the second one for that. So that's now a level 3, which will be 4 victory points, Matt, please.
Well, you can't afford to do another one.
But I already paid for him, so I'm good to go. I paid for this one to Matt.
He already paid.
Yeah.
So this is 1, 2. We're within there, and that's 2 more victory points. So I should be at a total of 7.
Yeah.
And 3 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. I'm at 11. Bueno.
Yeah.
Turn of the yellow player. I'm sorry.
So close.
The turn of Mutapa Empire is complete. Black, you are up.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, Wayne asks, I find that the self-handicapping mechanic of increasing your needed VR as you become more powerful, intriguing. Totally agree with you. Any other games that do that? And you were talking about what, Alex? Did you say there was one, or was it
Foreign King just changes the victory points needed.
Okay.
It's a small little quick game.
Okay, gotcha. So outside of that, no. That I don't. Oh.
Can I have a marker, please, to cover this up?
Oh.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm increasing that,
So 2 victory points for Black.
and that's it.
I could have. Andrew asks, couldn't I have used my other ivory for my second monument and paid myself? I could have, but I elected not to. It was an intentional thing. I'm not saying it was the smart thing, but it was the intentional so
And
that
your
I'm
other
using.
ivory.
Huh?
You did use your ivory.
I used it
the
once, but I
second.
could have used it once for this temple
the
or
second
once
one.
for the
Yeah.
other monument.
Gotcha.
But the reason I chose not to was to take these away
From
from
you.
y'all.
Right.
So denial, I weighed heavier, and so that was an intentional choice. But I could have used this twice if I chose.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I think I'm gonna place, and that's. If I go here, I'm 2 away from you.
yeah, oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, totally. So
Okay.
1 point for green. All right, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So revenue. I'll take my 3 cows, please.
I'll take my 2.
There we go. Now we got a bit of an engine going. A bit.
Will you
These
people start
clear,
using hubs, please?
and this one clears, and nobody has won, and so now VR order has not changed. Green, it is your honor for the bid.
Okay, so I'll do 2.
Bunch of cows over there, but I'll do 3.
I don't mind going last in this case.
No, you're not gonna. I am. Pass.
So if I went 4, I still don't get paid. So 5 is the same as 4. Then I would be broke. I pass.
Okay, I'll pass.
And red. All right. Everybody makes a little bit. You technically got the top cow.
Thank
there
you
we go.
for being
All right. Yes.
thorough. Appreciate that.
All right. So red, you are up.
All right. I will do. I'll raise my 3 to a 4. 1, 2.
So hold on. Walk it through.
3.
So for
Yeah,
everybody at home.
Making sure I have the cows first before I walk it through.
Okay.
So I'm going to use this one here for Alex's, which is within 3 of me there.
There you go. Okay. So that was 2 cows.
That was 2 to his. Then I gave 2 to Amanda for that one.
And that is within 3. 1, 2, 3. Good.
Then here, I'm within 3 of that as well. There.
And that bumps it up 6 points for a total of 13. Up to 15. So close.
Yep. And then I'm going to raise this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to pay, because it's 1. I'm going to pay Amanda 1 to go through your hub.
No, it doesn't. Oh, it
Her
goes to
ability.
her card. Good call. Yeah,
And
yeah,
go
yeah.
through hers to pay you that.
Okay. So that's using. Do you care which?
Yes, use that one.
Okay. And then 1, 2. So technically,
It goes
this
there,
went
yeah.
here, but
Right.
because
But then you
Amanda
can-
has that.
But that, if it's more comfortable for you guys, leave them there.
And
Right.
then you
Turn.
take everything
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
For
that
the
makes
camera
sense.
and everybody
Yeah,
else.
that
it
makes
goes
sense.
through.
There you
Instead
go.
of putting it in the
But
bowl, put
multiple
it in
people
the
can still go through that hub, right? Or is that hub
Yeah.
locked?
No.
Okay.
Multiple people can go through it. Did you get your 2 victory
So I
points
need
for this?
six for this
Got
one.
that already.
All right, and then I need
2
for
more.
that one.
All right. So just to be clear, again, it should be 13, and 3 is 16, and you've placed 1 craftsman
17.
for 17. Bueno. Good to go.
Okay.
So even if we did something like this, oh no,
Yeah.
how many points was
Right.
he? Oh, okay. Or I should say if we
Yeah.
did that, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's a nice little self-check.
Oh, it's locked like almost everything down.
There you go.
So,
Yeah, turn order is crucial.
yeah.
Yeah, this game plays so much differently with 4 players and having the drunk god out there.
yes.
It's brutal. When you're back here, it's brutal for the turn order auction. The
I
generosity
can go
of
here,
kings.
right? Because it's still 2
Mhm.
away from everything. So I think I'll
And,
just do
and
that.
just to
Just
double
for
check,
fun.
sure.
So it's not
Building
not
a monument. You may place 1 new monument of level 1 on any empty area on the board. An empty area is any area that does not contain water or resource, a craftsman, a starting area, or another monument. As a zoning restriction, the new monument may not be placed adjacent, horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, to a monument already on the board. Gain a point on the victory track, and that's that. So yeah, totally legit.
So yeah, I'll just do that then.
That now goes onto the car. Did you get your point, sir?
I'm not sure.
So, okay, let's check. So we got 1.
Yeah.
3 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Nope, you did not. There you go. Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
nice to be able to do a little accounting, and
Yeah.
glad to see that actually was useful. All right.
It's me now, right?
No,
Hello.
Son of a puppy.
player order, if that helps. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, you're way over there. It's kind of hard to. These are much easier to see, and your brain's going. That's
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The bigger ones are what you want.
Man, I really want to build a wood carver, but I don't want to add the 4 onto my VR because I want to build a wood carver right here. And Throne Maker adds 4.
Go for the +7.
That's the best thing you can ever do.
Oh man.
It will put you in the first tier.
That and it would be second. I'd be on top of I'd be on top of green there.
Still, it's further ahead.
Oh, that's on the wrong side.
What is it? It's German on there?
It is.
Mhm.
But the
Man.
designers are Dutch, right?
They are.
Yeah.
They are. And oh man. All right. Well. Don't know. I'm not wanting to think completely out loud, guys, so bear with me. I think I
They
see.
can give you a play-by-play of what his face looks like.
They can see.
Yeah, maybe you should stare at them intently when you're thinking.
All right, I'm actually gonna place a monument. Give me 1 second.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah.
Somebody's about to find religion.
Hallelujah.
Not.
No?
Okay. Nope. Placing a monument. Not gonna overthink it. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna. I will place it. No. And you cannot use the starting spaces at this point. Those are blocked locations as well. If
Okay.
that wasn't clear.
Gotcha.
So
how similar is this to, like, say, Roads and Boats?
It's.
Not.
I'll be honest. Every one of Splatter's games is just.
Distinct enough?
It really is. The only Cons is somewhat like Roads and Boats, kind of
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit, but
Oh.
and like some people I saw because over on Reddit
It is me.
there's I'm sorry, 1 point and done.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Some of the folks on Reddit were comparing Great Zimbabwe to Food Chain, just the way the logistics and the distance and all that
Right.
works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could see that. The games are nothing alike, but that
It's got the
aspect
same
of the game.
modular boards with different things on it that you flip over, and that's what creates your board.
Yeah.
It's got the same supply and demand kind
Yeah,
of
the
thing going
covers.
on, where you're gonna be producing things and putting things out there, and then other
Yeah.
people are
And-
gonna want them.
And distance is going to come into play for that, et cetera, et cetera. All right, so what are you doing,
So
Amanda?
I am building a diamond cutter to upgrade this guy.
Okay.
So,
You paid the 3
paid the
cows,
3 cows to Alex. So then I have
or technically to Alex's craftsman.
1, 2. So I
No,
have to,
no, hold on. Count
I have
again.
to start from here, right?
Right.
So 1.
Yep.
2.
No,
No.
water's
1,
2.
2.
And then,
Then
3.
there you go.
Yeah.
Then
Which,
a hub.
so, pay
1,
the hub
2, 3.
there.
Just,
And then,
Yeah.
there you go, right. And then
No, I mean,
build it.
thematically, this makes sense. It's like
you're paying a cow.
Amanda?
I'm like the tribe, so they're getting paid, and then I'm extorting them for the money.
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah.
So
Like, almost like protection, right?
yeah,
2 points
which is
for black.
feudalism style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I interviewed Joris and Jeroen at Spiel last year, I asked them about the background on this, and so it's not specifically from Zimbabwe. He went and I believe he went to one of the museums there in Africa, and he took just African tribes from around the continent and took a little bit from each of them to try and make this, thematically correct, even if they are not in the same area like this, and etc. But and I'll be honest, I think this is the prettiest. Artistically, just aesthetically, I really like the look of this game.
Yeah.
Because my understanding is like Food Chain Man has been reprinted several times.
6.
I wonder why this one hasn't done that, or some of the other ones.
I think I know the answer to that.
Just the
honestly,
theme?
no. I think it's strictly a matter of heavy games are becoming much more accepted, and the base of folks that are interested in heavy games started right around that time that Food Chain came out.
Yeah.
And so then Food Chain blew up, and then just timing wise of everything, that this wasn't available when that blew up, and now that it is, it's already sold out. It's already out of print at the splatter at the publisher level. There's still copies at game stores, but the fact is, I mean, they sold out the reprinting of this in Indonesia like that. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, instead of them doing 2,000 print runs, them doing 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 and still selling out no problem. So I think that's what ultimately it comes down to.
I agree completely, because I am an example of that very thing happening. Because I wasn't into the heavy games until about that time. About when I came to Colorado and started hanging out with you guys and playing these things. I had no idea.
So I think, and the thing is, this is the most approachable. This is the, like...
Right, it's very accessible.
Yeah, totally.
The only thing that is a little tough to comprehend initially is this turn order bidding, but as soon as you see it, it clicks.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, so that was Amanda.
Yeah.
She built. So we're done. So now it's a matter of revenue.
So make sure her points are right and everything.
All right, so Amanda should be at 3, 6, 7, and she's built 1 craftsman for 8. She's at 8. We're good to go.
Okay.
Everybody get your income. I'll turn 1 cow in. No, just give me a gold cow for 3.
I'm going to turn 1 in and get 2 gold cows.
And Amanda gets 2 gold. Jeez. And you guys can see how much money Alex is at. I mean, he's at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
Oh, no, I needed another one because I earned 4.
So 20, not 21. Don't want to overdo it.
First player is yours if you want it.
And Amanda gets these off of her. She went to the restroom real quick. So there. No one has won. Those come off. Good call. And there. And actually, while we're waiting here for a minute, answer any questions if anybody, let's see, get some of that old-time religion, as in very, very, very old-time religion. Let's see.
I think I'll just start the bid at 1.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I'm trying to see what game that you guys were talking about there. The one game... Oh, Martin Wallace's London. Gotcha. It's not getting reprinted, or is it? I know it's MOA. I know that there's a Martin Wallace reimagining of his own game. MOA is coming out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Heard that. I saw... There's Brass is getting like a different location, different map.
Yep, it's actually going to be 2 games.
Okay.
They're doing the I believe it's a straight reprint along with the 2-player stuff.
Yeah.
That from Roxley Games that just hit hit Twitter, the announcement of the big fancy box, which the artwork looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're doing a second game for the map that adds beer and adds another resource beer on there. Timing of that, or at least that's the last I've heard, that it was going to be split into 2 games because they're so drastically different, the maps are. Yeah. So we'll see. Amanda's now decided instead of playing the game, she would rather have coffee. So sorry. Because we're waiting on you.
My apologies for having restless leg syndrome. Okay.
All right, go ahead. Yep.
I will bid 2.
Okay. I will go 3, maybe more. Hold on.
You can do 5, right?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Right. Actually, wait, no. Yeah, it's not me. It's Amanda.
Black, right? Because
Yeah.
you got to look at
Yep.
this.
See?
Keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Oh, I will do 3.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm totally acceptable with 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Back to Alex.
I think I got to go with 5 then.
And now you're starting to see that redistribution of wealth.
Oops.
That
There's 3 on there.
Everyone's on 3. Yeah.
all right. That I really I think this is really
I
ingenious.
shall pass this time.
Amanda, the current bid is 5.
I shall pass.
Okay. We're good with that. Everybody take your cow. Your moolah. Yeah? No? Really? Right. Welcome back, Amanda.
Thank you.
Let's see here.
Everything kosher? Can I keep going?
Yeah. No, go for it. You're up. Green.
Okay, so I think I'm going to improve my monuments. So I'll...
Oh, Osprey Games is reprinting London. So
Okay.
London's getting a reprint and a reimagining this year.
Oh, okay.
That's exciting. All right.
Well, who's doing the reimagining?
Moa, I can't remember who's doing that.
Oh, so it's like a different city? Is that-
No, it's down in New Zealand. I think
Okay.
is the setting, which makes sense because that's
Yeah.
where Martin is nowadays, right? I'm sure
So-
somebody in the chat will
Hit
clarify.
that
Okay.
and cover those 2, right?
Okay.
Build that because I need 2. Wait,
Yep.
Okay, let's do that one instead,
Okay.
just for distance wise.
Okay. So you owe.
So I owe 2 to Amanda and 2 to myself.
Correct. And that built that from a 2 to a 3. They're both within 3, so you're good to go.
Yeah.
So that's now 4 points for green.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll improve this one for 3
Okay.
to do this.
And that covers up
That
the
covers up
diamond.
The diamonds.
And 2 more points for green.
Okay. And then I will pay 1 to you and cover that up.
It was a little short-sighted on the 1 charge on that, so we're gonna fix
And that's
that.
another 2 to me.
Yep. Somebody's closer. Alrighty. Yeah.
Oh, Moa re-implements Liberté.
Liberté, not
Not
London.
London.
Sorry. Good call. All right. See, I knew y'all come
Good
prepared.
job, XB.
All right.
What Martin needs to redo is Way Out West. Fix that broken bank.
I'm not. I've never played it. I've heard of it. I
Yeah.
know nothing about it. I imagine it's about the Old West.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mostly about cattle driving, though.
Okay.
Which is interesting because normally when you're thinking Way Out West, you're not. The mechanism's moving the cattle along,
Okay.
so it's
All right.
interesting. But the bank's broken.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's why I haven't heard much about it. Oh, dude, that was unpleasant of you. So let's see. This one's used up. This one's used up. This one's used up, which leaves.
We've still got goods over here.
Understood. Oh, understood. Don't worry. Yep. All right. So I will improve monuments, or maybe improve monument singular 1. Yeah, that's all I can. It's either that one or that one. So I will. Yeah, I'll go 1 to myself for the ivory.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Davis. Cover your eyes. So we have
Leo.
1,
Oh.
2. We're good there. And then it's going to be 2 to Matt.
Did you guys hear about that French zoo that the poachers broke into?
Yes.
Like, that was nuts.
Yeah, poachers broke in and killed some. What
Yeah,
they
they
killed?
killed
A rhino or something.
Yeah, either a rhino or an elephant
Yeah.
for the ivory.
With ivory.
In a zoo, in you know.
No kidding.
It wasn't
That's-
an elephant. I know that because I would have
That's
remembered
brazen.
an elephant.
Okay.
So for
I
this,
just remembered the ivory.
Yeah,
horrible.
just horrible.
This
Horrible.
craftsman, 1-2 away. This craftsman, 1-2 away. Good to go. Boom. That goes 4 more points for yellow.
Oh, dangerously close.
Ooh. All right. So, yeah. The turn of the Mutapa Empire is complete.
There's a rhino. Rob says.
Wow. I mean, when you think, okay, let's step back for just a second and be like, why aren't they doing that beforehand? Like, that just seems smart, right? I mean, horrible thing. I'm talking just strictly on a, wow, you don't have to chase it. You don't have to, you just boom there and, like, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more.
Well, I mean, ideally, there's probably better security and police going to track you down.
You would
in,
think.
Metropolitan France than,
But they don't expect it.
Yeah.
Now they will.
Yeah.
So I bet you probably zoos probably worldwide now are like, whoa,
Yeah.
okay, this is the 10% screwing it up for the rest of the poachers out there, right? I'm making light of it, but you get the idea. Yeah, I'm really surprised that hasn't happened more. Might I suggest placing a craftsman or maybe erecting a new monument?
How once that VR hit, though.
Yep. Yeah, it's horrible, dude. I can't believe... I mean, I understand why they would do it, but it's just horrible. The poaching just... I don't get it.
Yeah.
Ivory's not that nice. You know? I don't understand why.
Just whenever there's money involved,
Yeah,
someone's going to do it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So can I build a craftsman that would use a good that is currently covered?
Currently covered. Yeah, oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
This is why humanity can't have nice things like ecodiversity, right? Seriously. Man, I'm noticing Amanda's having a harder time of it this game than she did last game. So obviously Alex is causing this because nothing else has changed. Matt and I are still here, so yeah.
Well, I'm wearing different clothes. I mean,
Oh, okay. That's it. Gotcha. All right.
That's obvious, but that's the problem.
Oh, here comes the throne maker.
All right, +3, please.
VR. All right, so 4 cows.
And 2 points.
And 2 points for black for placing a throne out there.
And then just remind me again that she's on the same spot, but how does that affect? She's the second one in there, so it doesn't change this. Oh no.
You've got 2, 3, 6, and 8, so you're 28.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
but if it were this, like you were talking about, it would go green, red, black, yellow.
Gotcha.
But as it is now, it's going to go green, black, red, yellow. So, yeah.
We'll change it when we get there.
Yeah. No, it could change again depending on what you do. Absolutely. So Amanda's not able to read the chat right now, but yeah, you guys are pretty much on point.
What, my clothes?
No, about the throne maker.
Yeah, I've got to stop you guys.
So that's got to be within 3, though, of...
This and this, yes?
No, it's just got to be within 3 of a resource
and this,
that feeds
this
that.
needs that resource.
But it needs...
Oh,
this.
good call.
Needs
You're right.
another one.
No, my bad. See, in
No,
my
it needs
head,
the
and yeah, so it needs the ivory
Yeah.
for this, but this needs this and that. And
Gotcha.
yep.
So I'm good, right? Where I
You
have it.
totally are. It's just I'm thinking it needs ivory because it's the upgrade, but
And,
it doesn't. It screws me up every time.
3, please.
3. Oh. All right.
Thanks.
Wow, man. Expensive economy
Did
over
you get
here.
your 2 victory points yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I think he gives them to me.
I believe so. So count it up. How many should you be at? 3, 6, 9, 10 points. Bingo. All right, Red, you're up.
So can we access this one right now, or is
Yep.
it too far away for?
Oh,
Because no one's within 3 of it, right?
green is.
Oh, through the water.
Yep. Well, everybody's there.
Right.
Just you would pay to Amanda's
Right.
hub.
Right.
Right.
I forgot about the water.
No
connection.
worries. No worries.
Yeah. So
You guys enjoying the playthrough this evening? Any? I feel like it's definitely moving much smoother this time.
let's see here.
Ah, good call, Amanda. Mark your throne.
Thank you. Thank you, Jose.
Definitely gonna place another monument.
Okay.
And where are we going with it?
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to figure out what I'm doing for the next turn, and I don't like my answers.
Yeah, we'll go.
Just spooned
There.
up against the throne.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 point for Red. Cool.
So, can you just demonstrate, like, for delivering this good, do you need to deliver both?
Okay, so how do you deliver a throne? Because right now the ivory carver, these are not usable
Right.
to the temples.
Right.
They're only used as a input for the throne maker. All right. So for instance, let's just say Matt wants to use it and indulge in, let's say that we're empty. In fact, you know what? Let's finish the round and then I'll explain
Sounds
that.
good.
All right. So get your income. 3, just the gold's fine for me, please.
Here, you can give me a gold.
3 and 2.
No, remember, gold's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, so I need a 1.
You
Sorry.
need one, yeah.
Okay.
Is this yours, Matt, or?
No.
Okay.
And then these clear. Did I miss any others?
No.
Okay. All right. Has anyone won? Not yet, but we are getting close. And I told you before we started.
Yeah.
This goes shockingly quick.
Right. It just accelerates.
Right. It does. All right. So now, Alex, you asked, how does this become a good as an input? So,
Right.
as an example, if it were Red's turn right now, what he could do is he would use 1 input of an ivory. There, he would pay me like normal, and then this would be has to make it to the throne. So it would be 1, 2, would pay 1 to there,
Yeah.
and then it would be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can reach that. Then that input is for that, along with the one that made it up here. You would pay Amanda 3, and then boom, he's within 3. There's his 1 good that got delivered. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
So getting that costs 5 cows.
Gotcha.
As it is right now.
Right.
This came out of my pocket, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So, again, we are green, black, red, yellow. Because the VR requirement changed because Amanda built the throne maker. Okay, cool. So, green, it is your honor, Alex, for the bidding.
I think I'll do...
All right, Randall says, yeah, it's definitely going better.
let's do 3 now.
This is one of the reasons Rob says I like Food Chain and Great Zimbabwe. They play so differently every time. And when can you not travel? Can you travel through Craftsman? If so, does it count as 1 or 2 space? It actually, you can move through, but they're not lakes. So, for instance, if you were to move through that Craftsman, that would be 2 spaces. That's not a 1 space. Cool. So you bid 3, Alex?
Yeah.
All right, Amanda?
4.
And to Matt? I mean, if it's worth 5, it's worth 8. Think of the cows.
Go 5. That one's dead.
Okay. So the current bid is 5 to me. So if I bid 6, that leaves me 5 moo. Uh, I will pass.
And it's to
And it's back to Alex, yeah. Zulu.
So we'll have to convert. And the bid's at 5, so I need 6.
Minimum bid is 6. You do not have to go up by ones, but
Right.
I think that's implied.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
And for those wondering, it's tea, it's not soda. So
I'm
still
gonna
207.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So while Alex thinks, so we got
Are we piece limited on cows?
no, we can color up. Matt is 9 points away. Alex is 12 points away. I am 6 points away, and Amanda is a bit more.
I think I gotta go. Wait, we're already there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So now it's back to black. Current bid is 6.
Pass.
Current bid to 6 to Matt, who still has 11 moo.
We need 7 to top it.
Where do we stop at? This here?
Yep, you can. Yeah,
So,
you
I
can
mean,
always
you're
tell
getting
by the
bought
number of
back.
cows. Yep.
Yeah.
Based off this guy.
Yep.
Shatapini, or I don't know how to pronounce things without.
Yes, correct, Rob. It's 20 after 9 here. It is. And I assure you, I don't know a single human being that enjoys daylight savings.
Well, the farmers who, that's why we instituted.
Yeah, I know, but at this point, I mean, it doesn't make sense though. Overall,
Let me trade you for 3.
okay, 1, 2, there you go.
And I'm gonna need another 3 somehow.
Well, just use the.
Yeah, just
There.
you have change here.
Oh yeah, change on the board. Yeah.
So
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Well, I'm enjoying it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please keep going. Don't stop on our behalf. Back to Alex.
No, I can't.
Okay, Alex
I'm
passes.
just afraid I'm giving.
Too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Matt can win this turn potentially.
I think I can.
Yeah.
If he can, then yeah. But because I can next turn,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm saving up for it. But
Right.
there's nothing I could have done to have stopped it. So all right,
Yeah.
get your income.
and I can in about 17 turns.
I took the wrong one.
Oh, that's right, because he got all that. He got all.
He's getting it
He's
all
got.
back.
That's right, Durr. That's right. Okay.
You took my
It's-
money.
I mean, I
Yeah,
could
you
have
had
come over with
I did that
8,
wrong. You had that.
I guess, but
Say again.
I could have spent
I
8 to
no, I
prevent
had more
him,
than
but
4.
then I wouldn't have the resources to block him. So it's
How many-
either he can do it now
I
or
did
not.
that.
Okay, guys, can you rewind and see how
Hold on.
much money Matt took from me?
Yeah, I took the black money and I didn't need to.
As opposed to.
The
Red
money?
and that one. I took that one instead of that one. Would have been the same though.
Yeah, it's the same amount, is it not?
Well, it could have been 1 less potentially, based
Crap.
off how he seeded it.
All right. Well, Red, go ahead. You may be one less cow, so okay.
5.
Yep, 5.
Yeah,
Kenny
so I
says.
need to give you one more.
There we go. Cool.
There you go.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
My bad. I got too excited with all the cows.
Sorry.
Okay. So, I'm going to upgrade this guy here. So, I will give 2 to myself and 2 to Amanda.
Thank you.
And that upgrades that one
Okay, well, show it first.
right there. And right there, they're both within 3 of that.
Okay, and that was 2 going to a 3, so that's 4
Actually,
victory
hold-
points.
Well, it's not actually. I've got to pay one more to this to get there, because I was in 3 of that, not that.
Oh, well,
That
you can
is-
pay it to that. It doesn't
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't matter
It
either
goes
way.
to-
Okay, you're right. Okay,
Right.
so that's 3 victory points for Matt.
4, isn't it?
4.
4.
Fair point. Okay. So he's now 5 away from potentially winning.
All right.
Which
I think I can do it this turn.
the only way he could do it is if he could upgrade that, and he needs 4 goods. So he's got 1 on the throne. He's got
I've got 2 here. One
what?
there.
No, not
that's right,
that.
you
It's a
can't use
throne.
that.
So you got 1,
Yeah.
2. No,
That's
he's
it.
not. Nope.
So my only option is to block out others and get a little more points. So I'll upgrade this one with the throne,
Okay.
which we determined that was 5, right?
I think so. So you're gonna pay 1 here
1 there.
for the elephant, for the ivory. Sorry, bud. All right.
So it'll come back through here
Right.
to here.
Right.
Which
And
will
then
be
you owe 3.
3 to Amanda.
And then it can upgrade for 2 points. And it uses that resource. Alright.
And I believe that's all the damage I can do.
Alright. Green, your honor, sir.
Okay. So I mean, there's not enough to access anything here. Well, let's move this.
Oh
to
yeah,
Amanda.
that goes those go to Amanda's.
Can you not win with just lots of money?
No,
Dang
sorry.
it.
Because you can't access this because that's now been blocked.
Exactly.
So the only free
You can-
resources.
You can go through all these hubs to get there.
Well, no, but this doesn't have access to another resource, so
No,
no,
that
the
doesn't-
throne.
yeah.
So the ivory and throne are
Yeah.
dead for
So
this
the only
turn.
open one is here.
There is, and I want to show this.
but there's not
from-
enough.
Find out where.
There's a god where you can use
There it is.
the same one twice.
Yeah. So Atete, right here, who's out of the game, may use each resource twice.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, then you'd be golden. But that one's out of the game. I used that to good effect, but not the best effect last game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
What?
you can do that.
Yeah.
No, like now,
Right.
you could.
Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna.
Help you or
Help
not,
you, yeah.
understood. But can place a another resource out there, and then boom, you immediately have access to that resource.
Yeah. And so the resource has to be within 3 of this, or can I ship a resource from a different thing? For instance.
This craftsman
Yeah.
can only use a resource that's within 3 of him.
Oh, okay.
So you cannot use this one. Again, there's another god that gives a range of 6. So in that case, you could.
Right.
Um,
So.
it's funny reading the
Yeah.
comments. Like somebody's like, "Use the shaman." Someone else says someone needs to put down another secondary
So,
producer.
I think
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
Do this here.
All right,
Add
so it's
3
gonna.
to
huh?
Add 3 to his VR.
Yep. So green is going up 3. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. All right. You paid your 4. That's
Yeah.
going to be 2 victory points when you
Yeah.
place the shaman, and
Okay.
set the price as well when you're finished.
So we'll go here, I guess,
Sure.
because then it can access
Mhm.
Both
both
of those.
those.
Yep.
And throw this down. And I'll set it for 3.
Okay. I had a feeling. Okay. That's it?
I think that's all I can
Yep.
do, right?
Black, you're up. Amanda?
I'll just put up a monument.
Yep. Just like an 18XX game. If you're currently not winning, change the game state. Exactly. 1 point
1 point.
for black.
Hey, look, I rounded the corner.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know how we're going to stop Matt. He's 4 points away from winning.
I do. I know how.
Only 3.
Oh, do you just have to meet it?
Yeah, meet it. You just have to meet it.
So he's going to win.
No, that's not necessarily a foregone conclusion.
I can win very
He just
easily.
builds
within
this with 3 points.
But that doesn't preclude me from
Right.
beating him.
Right.
He means physically.
Yeah. Well, and you look at the disparity in income.
Yeah.
Right now, he has a total of 6 cows coming to him, right? I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15,
Right.
16, plus whatever the auction, right?
Yeah.
Well, 17 with
Yeah.
that.
Plus whatever your income is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, not a foregone conclusion.
Is it soon? What if both people...
Whoever
Okay, great.
surpasses it further.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I meet it and he goes to his past one,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
Gotcha.
So, I'm looking here.
Falling Sky kind of moves that around too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I get all the coin
Yeah.
games, I guess, kind of
Yeah.
do. They can.
Yeah.
So 3, that would be 4.
What's the...
Sorry, give me
is there
1
design
second.
on
Hold
it,
on.
or- Oh, okay.
I love apples.
Yeah, okay, I will do one. I'm going to improve a monument. Yep, for my turn, I'm going to use the diamonds to improve that monument.
Yep.
All right, so it's going to be 3 to Alex for his craftsman there. That will, where is it? There you go. There. And then we have to go 1, 2, 3. That goes there. And then 1, 2. Good to go. 2 points for yellow, please. And
I don't think it's looking very good for us, Amanda.
No, no.
the turn of the yellow player, of the Mutapa Empire is now complete. All right, so this goes onto Amanda's card. She gets all her income. These clear. Everybody get your proper income.
2, please.
And I would like 3, please.
You'll get 1, and it'll be gold.
Okay, that
I'm gonna
works.
get a gold.
All right, everybody clear your cards, don't forget. All right, good. And has anyone won? No, but might happen this turn. So we go green, black, red, yellow, so that order stays the same. So here, how about we do that so it's easier for Amanda. So green.
Or, you're the one that had a hard time last time.
Yeah, I know.
So he's at 1, 2 if he gets that god.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
Right, so you're 2 away. Yeah, I don't know how we stop you.
Especially, that's why I passed the last 2 turns, because I anticipated this. So now it's green. It is your auction. Okay, Kenny says, this is back during the last turn. If
Yeah.
I were Edward, I would have placed the wood carver to hoover up 4 wood resources near the beginning, but we play differently. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Jose says, if you place the mask marker between the red and green temples below the lake, you could have had access to both the east tree and the 2 north trees.
Could have had those and those.
Yeah, okay.
Makes
All right,
sense.
cool. Don't think the mask maker needs too many trees. That's right, needed another wood carver, put a mask marker. Right, okay. All right, cool. Good. All right, so Alex, your auction, sir. I'm in the catbird seat now, going last too. Right now in the auction, I'm okay with that.
So, let's go with 5, I guess.
And Amanda?
6.
All right.
That worked.
And Matt? He keeps looking down, looking at his cows, looking at my cows, looks down, looks at his cows, back to mine.
The crazy thing is, since I've got 2 of these, I'm looking at that a lot more than I'm looking at this.
Okay, that's
So if I
fair.
throw these out there to make you put more out there, that only gets me more.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
how much more, and I
Sure.
don't know what the level is.
Right. Okay.
But I feel like
No, Kenny. No, stop that.
so it's at 6.
Yeah, current bid is 6. You must go 7 or higher. I can't imagine not enjoying games with auctions.
There's lots of good games without auctions.
No arguments, but I'm saying there are people out there that just really dislike auctions, and that's a foreign concept to me. I don't understand why.
3, 4.
5.
Wait, here's the thing: is if you don't play a game often enough to really
6, 7.
understand the value,
You have to be able to
7.
accurately value things.
Right.
Agreed.
so if some people, they want to play a game once, move on to another game, only play the game once, and
Yes.
not really experience it.
I
And
might
can
as well go 8 because
yeah.
Okay.
that's what I was trying to figure
Yeah.
out. It's like, okay, so
Because I could see if that's your kind of personality, you just want to play a game once, play something brand new, you might not be a fan of
Yeah,
auctions.
sure. That's fair. We're not those people though,
No,
so that's why.
exactly.
But that makes point. Makes a point. So you went 8, right?
And there might be somebody who's exposed to just auctions not done well.
I know some people call it a crutch for weak game design. I don't know that I agree with that, but I'm just making change here. So current bid is 8. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No, I mean, it only opens up options. It doesn't really limit them, so I don't think it's ever a bad... Well, I mean, certain games it would be a bad design.
Right. Current bid's 8, right?
mm-hmm.
I'll go 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So,
right there.
4. I'm like, how is those 6? Wait, no, they're not. They're 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9er. Green, back to you, Alex.
Okay. So, well, if you're not blocked, you're going to win.
I will finish the game if I'm not blocked.
Right.
Just semantics,
yeah.
but
Amanda's
important.
got enough to block you, so I'm going to just pass, because I don't think I'm going to win. So,
let's see. Kenny says bidding to increase the bid to get more cows from bidding is ultimately not worthwhile, even with the shut up god.
well, it's more than that, because it's depriving you of having to spend
Right.
more.
Agreed. It's not just the straight
No.
Yeah.
zero sum
Yeah.
because you're depriving the action. Randall says, I have a friend that doesn't like auctions because he doesn't have a good feel for valuing things. Randall says, suck it up.
So you went 9? Or
He
you're-
went
you're-
9.
you-
I'm gonna go 10.
you're 10.
2.
Okay, and Jose says he doesn't like pure auction games like modern art, but
But New Hamat. So
no,
good.
yeah, Neue Heime is
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And it's really just a pure auction game.
I must.
I mean, there's a few. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't like that game.
I will go second. Amanda will go first. Take your cash.
Here, man. Let me give you yours first.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, right. That might be smarter. Kenny says, sometimes I just want more cows, but that's fair.
Where were all these cows a minute ago?
But he says, okay, utterly, I just want more cows. No, he said usually, but I saw it
Utterly
as an
would've been
opportunity.
funnier.
All right, cool. All right, so this is the new order. Amanda, it is your honor, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's one thing, that's another level of having to focus on, oh, wait, I'm only going to have so many cows left over after the auction. Oh, wait a minute, I still get those.
Right.
Got to factor that in.
Yeah.
And it's easy to forget that. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying this. Not because I'm doing, I felt like I was doing well last game too. I really, really enjoy this game. But we'll get your thoughts on it here in a little bit.
No,
So.
it's good. It's
Save it for
Yeah,
the end.
for
Save
sure.
it for the end.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to upgrade this. So here's 1.
I think if you're not blocking,
That was 1. And then this one will be 2.
Well, you got to use this because that one can't be used.
Oh, that's
anymore.
right.
Correct.
yeah.
Are you
Okay.
sure you want to use that then? Back it up and double check.
Okay. Alright, so I want
So
this.
just to be clear, these two must be upgraded to a throne to be used,
Right.
and then the mask maker, wood carver,
Wood carver.
must be upgraded to a
Sculptor.
sculptor.
So-
Now, okay,
This to use is going to use this.
okay,
And then to get that up here, I need, this is 1. Am I correct?
yeah, but why wouldn't you just go a straight shot?
1, 2, 3.
Or two?
Oh, that's
I'm trying to
yeah.
pay for
Thanks
you.
for paying
Stop.
for me.
No.
Appreciate that. Then 1, 2,
Yep.
3.
No, it's just 1 again. Start over because you pay.
Okay, so I would pay.
Okay, hold on. Where's the confusion? Because you have to stop at hubs, and
Right.
then it's 3
and then
from a
it's
hub.
3 from a hub.
So start over and figure.
okay,
and,
so it's going to be
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
It works out, but it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so then
So did you pay
this gets used here.
the wood carver?
And this gets used. Oh no, I have not. I haven't paid anybody yet. So hang on. My wood carver, sculptor.
Okay, and now you got to get it back to your
So it's gonna
your
be-
monument.
Okay, so it's going to be the same.
Same.
Well,
Same 2. It's
but
just,
map it out so people at home can
Okay.
can.
So it's going to be 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
There you go, and add another cow on each.
Which I'm not concerned about because the money for those comes back to me.
Correct. All right, so that was only one good, wasn't it?
That was that was only one
Oh, okay.
good technically.
Well, this was what I was planning on doing. Diamonds
Okay,
as
so
well,
another 3 for the diamonds there, and then that's not done. I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, you got to
1,
go from
2.
there. So you got to pay through here again.
Well, that's
Well,
stupid.
no, if she built it here instead of there. But you're not trying to build that. This was already at its level 3.
No, she just added
I
that.
just
Yeah,
added
so
it. So
couldn't
could
you
I
do
go?
it
with
there?
Yeah,
here?
you
I
could
could
do-
get
yes.
everything for
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
years.
That's good,
Same
yeah.
difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it would be cheaper, wouldn't it? No,
Yeah, because
it'd be one less here.
you would have to do.
You wouldn't have to go through that twice.
Because
Yeah.
I would go through the river instead.
There you go, exactly.
Okay.
All right, so Amanda then built that from a 2 to a 3 level, which is 4 points for black. Okay. Remember, all of your monuments can be upgraded.
Yeah.
1 level. But now she's Poe.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 cow.
All right. So you're done.
I'm done.
Okay.
So we know who you're grabbing here, Edward.
Yeah. So for the gods now, and this is where waiting until the end may be beneficial. I will take Zango, who is the Lord of Drummers, who minuses 2 VR. 1, 2. And now the question is, can I do a level 3? So I have access to this one. That's 1. I have access to that is 2.
Nope.
And I do not. So I have access to 2. So I will upgrade this monument here. So for this one...
Well, can you can... Never mind.
That's enough for him to win.
Never mind. I was going to say, you can do a specialist or god, not both.
Right. So I will pay Matt 2.
I don't want your dirty money.
So that's 1, 2, 3. That's good to go. That's one of the 2. Then for here, we're going to have to go from this 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2 to reach it there. Okay. Then we'll use that. I have to pay 1 cow to myself. And then coming back, we will go 1, 2. Pay that one again.
No.
I'm sorry, going this way. You're right. Thank you. It's 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1, 2, 3 to make it there. Then I will pay... it's Amanda that has the throne maker, which that goes to there. Pays her. Then I have to get this over to here, which that will be... Yep, I need change. There's 3. So we will go from the throne maker, 1, stop there with the defective cow, and then 1, ooh, oh, there it is. You know what? No, we won't. We will go 1, 2, 3 to there,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will go 1, 2, 3 to there, and then 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that builds that, which goes from a level 2 to a level 3, which is 4 points. Boom, boom, that triggers the end of the game, or is saying that this round will be the end of the game. So these now go to Amanda's god.
My coffers.
And the turn of the Mutapa Empire is complete. Matt, it is your honor, sir.
Yeah, I'm a day late. Not a cow
I was
short.
about to say, not a cow short, because you've got plenty.
I've got plenty of cows, but no place to go. All these cows and no place to go.
We got downvoted for the pun. For the
Fun.
the utterly just wants more cows. I'll take it for the team. So be
You're
it.
just milking it.
Hey, right?
Did you see what Rob said about the time change?
No, I was going to go back and look at that later, but you already did. So what is it? So he's down in Australia.
1900 in
Is he
Mountain
not?
Time.
Is he in a place that doesn't have daylight savings?
Well, we're just going off of UTC. So 1900 Mountain Time is no longer 200 UTC, but 100 UTC.
Oh, okay. So we changed in reference to UTC. Okay, good to know. So because the times that I'm so used to us being 7 hours off, and now it's 6. So my bad. Good catch.
So,
Thank you.
I got to do the only thing that gets me closer, which is buy the diamonds. So that is...
Kenny says I have a beef with you, misattributing cow puns to me. I love you people. Y'all are the best.
I will pay 10 for that. Gets me one closer, because this goes...
No, wrong one. Oh, yeah, you're right.
1,
I'm
2.
sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Ah, I can see it.
But hey, I still get to put this out there somewhere. Right?
Absolutely, you do.
Yeah, it has to go up there somewhere. Well, not entirely.
Yes, it does.
Because there's only one other.
Oh.
This is why we can't have nice things, man.
Yeah, I'm throwing it. Technically, you could go like over here. It doesn't
It
want
could.
to
Well,
block
fair
anything.
point. Fair point.
Just throwing diamonds around.
The only thing
Welcome,
it would do
new
is
folk.
only thing it would do at this point is stop you from building a monument somewhere, which that doesn't matter. But it makes me feel good about myself. I've got a diamond out there that I own. That's about all.
There you go. So there's nothing I can do here. I'll just throw a
Monument out, and green gets 1 point.
Yeah.
And then we get income, but check for
I
victory.
need to set my price. Those are expensive
You're
diamonds.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So we get our income. Doesn't matter because
It's a victory point for every cow, right?
right or not.
Dang it.
And there we go. So finally, I won a game on a stream.
The Eulers win the Great Zimbabwe.
Yeah, right. So far, we're right. Yeah.
We're undefeated.
So yeah. So that's ball game. Cool. You want to scoot over
Can
and
I
so?
just stand behind you?
Oh yeah, you can come around this way. Sure, no worries. All right. So that's okay. Now you're pushing it too far. Andrew says when people grind out the cows in a game with the drunk, I end up having a beef with them. So you want to just bring the chair around? All right. So that's ball game. So I feel bad as partially the teacher having won the game. I feel like I did a poor
Well,
job.
you were due.
Right? Yeah. Seriously.
I don't think is this the first game you've won on the
Well,
stream?
I think it is.
No, you won my game.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, that for the first time the prosecution won for us. That's right. All right. So here we'll bring it around, Matt.
Yep, that's snuggle.
Yep. All right. You guys get cozy. All right. So that is Alex. That's Matt, and obviously me and Amanda. So thoughts on the game. First off, start with the guy who's never played a Splatter game.
Sure.
So thoughts on Great Zimbabwe, and then just kind of first impression of Splatter.
Yeah, it's good. I like the logistics. I think I would like to play some more of their other ones. I'm not sure if I would want a whole bunch by them. I think I'd probably want to find the one I like the most.
Okay.
And then play that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not the type of game I normally play with the Euro style.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I think there's ways you can set it up to block the leader, but you're not necessarily helping yourself in doing that. And so you're really just cutting out somebody else to give somebody else a win, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Almost king making.
Yeah.
Right. So I can see that, but I feel like also that, and feel free to chime in, y'all, that at the beginning of the game, in a perfect world,
Yeah.
as you get more and more advanced along in the game, which I'm not at this level, you can try and work backwards from early on
Yeah.
to see where people are going.
No.
And be able to be like, okay, I need to have 3 monuments or 4 monuments. I need these at this level. I'm looking at this, so I need to be able to be a leader or second player at this point into the game. And that's at a whole different level than
Right.
I am
Right.
right now.
No,
But-
I mean, I think it's neat with the logistics mechanics and everything. I think for me personally, there's probably room for like one Splatter
okay.
for me, and I just want to try out the other ones and see where it's at.
There's the big 5 for a reason, right? There's Great Zimbabwe, there's Antiquity, there's Roads and Boats, there's Food Chain, and Indonesia.
Yeah.
All vastly different and all excellent at what they do.
It's an excellent game. It's just there's just not enough direct aggression for me.
Warmonger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So, Matt, you've played this more than anybody in the room has.
I believe so, and maybe we've gotten all the rules right this time.
I think we did well.
It's got a lot of stuff going on, but I've enjoyed it every time I've played it. It's probably not my favorite Splatter, but but it's still a Splatter. It's still up there with the games I really enjoy playing. If I had to play this or Food Chain Magnate, if I had the time, I'd probably say Food Chain Magnate.
Okay.
For me personally.
So is that much longer?
It can be.
It depends on player count, definitely.
It depends on player count and what the people set the reserve at. People can set the reserve, and that can make the game a lot longer or a lot shorter, depending.
The bank breaks twice during the game, and so the first time, when it breaks the first time, you reveal to find out what everybody basically secretly voted.
Yeah.
Bigger bank, smaller bank for the second time. And
Gotcha.
Everybody's got a card
can,
and it just says 100, 200, and 300. Everybody
Okay.
throws 100s, you're going to get a quick game. Everybody throws 300s, you're going to be there a while.
Right.
Gotcha.
So-
Potentially.
Yeah.
There are times to where you can get a couple $100
Yeah.
in one income phase.
Yeah.
So, but as far as this, for me, I have a hard time. It depends on my mood
Yeah.
for which I would rate higher than the other, being of all five. I enjoy all five of the big five splatters, so I don't know which I would rate higher. Like maybe this I would rate higher because, hey, we just played it, it's fresh in my head, that type thing. So I think that's a credit, the fact that they have that many games that
Yeah.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that everybody, I mean, there are people that really do not like some of these games. But different strokes, different folks. How about you?
Antiquity is above and beyond my favorite splatter.
Okay.
But I will play all of them. I mean, I like all of their games. Okay, not all of them, but I like most of the big five.
Okay.
I like all of them. Let's preface by saying
She's
that.
not a big fan of Bus or Cons.
No, it's con that I can't stand. Bus
Okay.
is fine. But I like this game for a faster splatter. Just like y'all were saying, if you play other ones, this is definitely the shortest.
Oh,
Out
yeah.
of the big five.
It very much is.
Yeah.
And it scales well.
Yes.
2 to 5 player. It gives you the auction's not as interesting at 2 players.
Right.
Obviously.
In any auction.
Yeah, right.
But, so, like, for instance, on the penultimate turn, I felt like I blocked Matt from winning. But it didn't help me. I just gave you the win.
Right.
And I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Take this the right way.
Yeah.
But I think part of that is, had you played better earlier
on. Yeah.
that you could have been in contention to where maybe instead of blocking Matt, you're
Yeah.
more focused on helping you, and maybe you get to the point to where you win.
Right.
So now I'm not saying that you played poorly.
No. I mean, I've only played it once.
Yeah, understood. But you see what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
on the flip side of the coin, that's a possibility as well.
Right.
Again, I've only played it like 4 or 5 times, so I can't really judge.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that was really bad. The peanut gallery can.
Right, absolutely.
I cannot.
Yeah.
So.
That's y'all's name now. Just so
Oh,
you
it
know.
has been. Yeah, they know that.
Okay.
Elephants like peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Works.
peanut gallery. Hello. So is it for those of us that have played it more? Is this something that you want to keep hitting the table?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's not a splatter that I don't want to keep
Right.
at the table, really. I haven't played Cons or Bus, so I don't know about those two.
But of the big 5,
I really want to play Duck Dealer, though. I haven't played that yet.
I want to play
Don't
Great
they have,
Ink.
like a Dutch trading company?
Yes.
Zoc, ZOC or something. Yeah. Don't have it.
Chad
Hatch
has
has
Duck
it, right?
Dealer.
Yeah, he has everything.
Of course he does.
He has even the games that there's only 2 copies of. Chad
has
has
one of
one.
them.
Right.
But yeah, Chad has Duck Dealer and Con and Bus.
Right. So is this something you want to keep playing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Not like once a week or anything, but definitely once every couple months. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, and same here. And honestly, the rules overhead is really low.
Yeah.
Even though we got some of the things wrong in the last playthrough. I mean, that's going to be for most games here and there until you really get them down. But the rules overhead is really, really, really low on this. And I love the artwork aesthetically. Yeah, it's just...
It's a solid title.
It is.
Look at
It's-
this board when you're done, too. Isn't that
Yeah,
pretty?
it
Isn't
looks
pretty?
cool. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Pretty.
All right, cool. Let me let's see. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, some Jose says that's true, Alex, for any coin game that you play though, as far as kind of, if I'm not in a position to win, I'm just keeping someone else from winning, right? Isn't that similar in that respect?
I mean, maybe. I haven't played many coin games.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
But in some multiplayer games, you're not necessarily... Like, probably the 4-player game I play the most that I really enjoy is Successors.
We need to get that to the table, maybe at HeavyCon. Right.
And that's one where you can be defeating the leader, and by doing so, putting yourself in the lead. So to me, I think that's got to be an essential mechanic. If you can't just take out the leader and give somebody else the lead.
Right.
Because that's not a very fun decision.
Sure.
Or there's going to be recriminations after. If I'm taking out the leader, I want to have the ability to get into the lead.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's fair. All right. Let's see here. Anything else? People are agreeing with Amanda about favorite Splatter's Antiquity. It's a great school night game, this.
Yeah.
I think so, absolutely. Let's see. All right. Alex, what are the games you are wanting to hit the table? Andrew asks.
For...
Just in general, like games that you don't get a chance to play that you want to play.
Yeah.
I know one of them.
Yeah. I mean, well, so for HeavyCon, so my main game group down in the Springs is usually 3 or 4 people.
Okay. Including you, right? So three or four total. Okay.
So it's like I want to try and at HeavyCon at least play some games of 5 or more player count. So Dutch Revolt, Virgin Queen, Founding Fathers. I mean, you can do Founding Fathers with 3 or 4, but I think it's probably a little more interesting with more.
Okay.
So, yeah, just I can play almost any 3 or 4 player game or 2 player game.
So
I want.
why not take advantage of having a bigger game group for a few days?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
We tend to have the exact opposite problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, to where we'd love to be able to play 2 and 3 player games, but we
We
usually
have 6, 8, 9 people.
right. Yeah, first world problems. Not complaining. Let me preface that.
Yeah, we have such a hard time.
Right. So anyway, thank you for being willing to do this tonight, guys, and Amanda. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like the video, subscribe, please, definitely.
Share it with your friends.
Yeah, spread the word. That's the most important thing. And if you want to support the show on Patreon, we would appreciate that as well. Patreon.com/heavycardboard. And if you guys have not seen the upcoming schedule for this weekend, this was tonight, obviously. Age of Steam is tomorrow on Friday. Saturday is going to be Great Western Trail and either Kepler 3042 or Concordia, depending on Matt being on call. And then Sunday is the big one, which is 1846. So yeah, hopefully y'all tune in and check that out. And yeah, so say good night, y'all.
Good
Good
night,
night,
y'all.
y'all.